Class 10th. Today we are going to do the chapter number 9. Chapter number 9, Independence and Partition of India. Independence and Partition of India. I have already sent you the topics which are coming from this chapter. In your group, in all 4 sections, I have already posted the topics which are going to come from this chapter. So the first topic of this chapter, it is a Lord Mountbatten, his plan, and what this plan included. This is a clauses, acceptance of this plan, and the Indian Independent Act 1947, and only the clauses. So we will start with the Lord Mountbatten. You can see the picture of the Lord Mountbatten. So Lord Mountbatten, he was appointed the new viceroy, and he assumed the office of the viceroy and governor general in the year 1947. His immediate task was to restore peace among the two sections, that is the Congress and the Muslim. So Lord Mountbatten, when he came as a viceroy or a governor general in India, he found very difficult to solve the problem which was occurring between these two parties, that is the Hindus and the Muslims. And there he realized that transfer of powers should be done immediately, as soon as possible. So Mountbatten, he put forward a plan for the partition of India before 7 leaders. And out of those leaders, Nehru, Patel, Kripalani, Jinha, Nishar, Baldev, etc. These were some of the big 7 leaders of the Congress. And the Congress, they accepted the plan, that they agree whatever it has been planned by Lord Mountbatten. And this plan was announced on June 3, 1947. And on the same day, Gandhiji said that I repeat that the division of India can only do harm to the country's future. So because the Gandhiji was not in a favor to divide the country. So the basic main important points which was included in the Mountbatten plan, it was a partition, that the country will be divided into two, that is India and Pakistan. Relation between the two new dominations, it was for the two dominations to decide what relation they would have with the British Commonwealth and with each other. Then there will be a boundary commission, that one boundary commission will be there who will settle the boundaries of the two countries. Then princely states, the treaties with them would come to end, and they are free to associate themselves with anyone if they want to be the part of India or they want to be the part of the Pakistan, or if they don't want to become the part of any, they can remain independent. Bengal and Punjab, again these two provinces, they have to decide that towards which they are going to merge. Sindh, their own decision they have to take. Northwest frontier provinces, they were also asked whether they want to join India or Pakistan. The district of Sylhet was to decide whether it could join East Bengal or remain in Assam. Then Constituent Assembly would continue to work, and the constitution framed by it would not apply to Pakistan. Both the countries, they will have their own constitution. And the transfer of power, the plan ended, and with the declaration that the transfer of power would take place not in June but much earlier than that. And therefore they passed the resolution transfer the power in the month of August 1947. Earlier it was said that before June 1948. Okay, so therefore finally on 15 August 1947 this plan was put forward. Now whether the Mountbatten plan was accepted or not, the Mountbatten plan was accepted by both Hindus as well as from by the Muslims, because there are certain reasons. The first reason, they are saying that